Right, good evening YouTubers. We're going to have a follow-up on the review on the M16A, and we're going to cover a few technical aspects of the gun tonight. So what did I find setting up the gun? So firstly I started off with a 200 bar full, leaving the gun at the 125 bar regulator setting that it came out of the box with. I'm gonna quickly go through some issues that I had with the gun. So starting off, the gun were a bit erratic, but I still decided to put it over the chrony and get an idea of shot count. So when I ended up getting a shot string of 67 shots from a 200 bar full, up to the point where it started falling off the regulator. I think I stopped at 120 bar, so that's at least 67 shots. With the 15.89 grain JSB pellets, I got a high of 942 feet per second, a low of 892, and an average of 915, with an extreme spread of 50 feet per second and a standard deviation of 13. Although the shot string were relatively flat, it started high and gradually dropped off. I think the more I shoot it, the regulator might settle in and maybe keep that shot string a bit more level. The sad part, when I started doing some accuracy test, I have the target here of the firstly the 15 grain JSBs that I shot at 20 meters, a 10 shot, and as you can see here, it was quite a spread. Then with the 18.19 grain JSBs, it closed up a bit, but it was still way out. So after that, I've done quite a bit of tests. I've done a lot of work, and eventually found out that on the when I unscrew this shroud, that the shroud is actually not a tight fit on this little distant piece here. So that caused actually a bit of wobble in the shroud. I also had some clipping in the front of the moderator, so I've drilled that out a bit. But it still didn't really make such a bigger difference. So I ended up actually fitting 5 baffles inside the shroud, fitting onto the barrel, that could actually act as a support inside and maybe try and stiffen up everything, because the M16 do have a slightly thinner barrel. I also fitted a spacer in at the back here to ensure that I have a proper fit on it. After that, actually the grouping did close up a bit. My best that I got was in 8.97 center to center grouping at 20 meters with 10 shots. So after that, I've had a look at and again reviewed the gun and realized that because you have such a long barrel that's not supported, I was wondering whether Harmonix in the barrel itself could aggravate the fact that I get a bit of spread still, in my book at least. So I ended up actually fitting a few pieces of foam in between the bottle and the shroud to make sure that I have actually stiffened up the whole system to make sure that Harmonix do not influence it. And I actually got the grouping down to a 6.7 center to 7 over 20 meters on a 10 shot string. So that is telling me that obviously I do get a bit of Harmonix in the barrel. I am currently busy with, I've designed a model that I will be 3D printing in the next few days. That will be a barrel band and going around the body bottle that will just give that support, and that will look nice and neat on the gun. And then I'll repeat the test just to ensure that I do get the stiffness that is required in the system. The other part, as expected, the little moderator do not quiet the gun down as much as one would have hoped for. So I've already started working on a new system that I will add to the gun to make sure that I quiet it down. I started off actually experimenting. This is my stock moderators that I make myself. This one still need to be painted, but I've started experimenting actually with 3D printing some baffles that will be printed in different length that will fit inside the moderator, and I've got actually great results on my 2.25 P12 already on it. So that will be part of the test system. The other part, obviously, with this moderator being not the standard 1/2 inch UNF, I will change the flashback or blowback that fits on the center of the barrel. I will change that out with one of my stock models that I make myself, that actually do have 1/2 inch UNF, and that screw in nicely with the moderator, and that should actually quiet down the gun quite a bit. My overall impression of the gun is that it is a great design. The side lever work excellently. The magazine is actually quite a nice design. It works straight out of the box, no deforming of pellets or anything. I will do a bit of adjustment on the regulator to make sure that I get to the speed that I actually prefer. But the gun is a great shooter. Like I've mentioned, my main issues was actually the first time I took the shroud off, the barrel wasn't fitted snugly. It was slightly loose, also might have caused some of the original clipping in the silencer. So I've made sure that fits snugly. Fitted an O-ring on the front of it also to make sure that it just seats nicely in the breech part. And the fact that the shroud was loose. But I will add a short video of that in there. And I will post some photos of the short string and how it looked like on the system. I did use a relatively cheap scope, only a 4:12 magnification. So obviously if I fit a bigger, I might get dead groups to close up even more. So I will end the review here. What I'll do is do some more testing, see what's the best I can get the grouping with. Fit the 3D printed barrel band that I will fit up there. Also put in my custom blowback with silencer, just to see if I can quiet it down to the level that I want to. But I'm quite sure after that work, this gun will be in my collection for quite a while. It is nicely adjustable. I might play around a bit with the valve and hammer systems to ensure that I get up to the speed that I know normally my JSB 18 grains enjoy, and that would be anything between a 870 to a 920 feet per second. But I'll get back to you the moment I have a bit more news on where we're going with the gun. Thank you.